Hey everybody, this is Asher back with more Starsector, where we are continuing right where we left off, where we have a few remnants of the remnant fleet just sitting here dormant. We are going to poke them and take them on. We're in a sector, we're in a system that actually doesn't have a lot interesting going for it. There's a barren system, a barren bombarded system, and a barren world, and a toxic world. So there's lots of planets, but not a lot to do with it. And if we take a zoom out outside, we are trying to work our way back towards the core world so that we can finish this up and maybe pick up some new missions, new bounties. One of my goals is going to be to visit Elsbeth because I did find two very interesting unsurveyed planets there that I'd like to go ahead and get the survey started. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pick up any other ships, but so far our black market, let me get the refit screen because this will make it a little easier here. Our black market Heron is doing very well. It does have kind of a mixed assault team here where we have a Warthog fighter, which is kind of a fighter bomber, but more of a fighter. And then we have some broadswords and a dagger. It's a pretty good early game combo, pretty highly accessible. And we have 3 frontline ships, so I'm kind of flexible for what I want to get. But let's go ahead and get fighting, because I have 68 supplies. I'd love to pick up a few more here. We don't have enough supplies to do actually any surveying here, but we're gonna fight these guys. We're not going to open. We can't open a comm link to them. SIF if not received. Target hostile. Response null. Greetings from tri-tachyon integrated space defense system. My serial or unit. My serial. This unit is not cleared. Interrupt. Query. You are not the maker. Scanning. You are not. Where is Omega? Entity hostile. The comm link dies. So, pretty much these remnants. You notice the name of a faction here. Tri-tachyon. This is AIs that we are fighting, and they are AI people, and this is something that we're going to have to deal with as the game goes on. Now, I'm not going to deploy everything under the sun. We're just going to take a few ships here because we need to actually have supplies to get back home. But we do have pretty much our top ships available here, so we're just going to go see if we can take these guys on. Even if it's just a few little scout drones here that we should be able to overpower, they still have some pretty strong weaponry, so it's worth taking these fights both for supplies and just to see if we can get really some resources here. But we should be able to take them out pretty well. See, they'll blink. They've got a lot of good resources here. Shouldn't be too much trouble to take them on, but I don't want to get flanked by both. That'd be embarrassing. All right. So there's one down. We got a vent flux. That's not the button. That's the button. All right, both down. Once again, I do have a mod that makes it so that those explosions don't like outright obliterate us. But we lost some reputation with the remnants. We can't actually salvage any of their ships. But they had a pretty good number of supplies, and actually we got resistant flux conduits, a mod spec. So that's all good. I'll take any bonuses that I can get. We're actually going to fight the other one here because we do have some stuff that we can just kind of figure out. I'm not going to take all my ships here, but we'll just bring a few on here. Every ship for themselves today. So here's our Heron, and you see it's going to go ahead and dump out a bunch of guys here, and pretty much it's going to just kind of do an alpha strike on this little boat, which is trying to fly to avoid. These things are super fast. The problem with these is that by themselves they're very they're honestly pretty easy to take on. It's when you get a bunch of them all at once. So you can see there's the fighters actually taking on that little ship and slowing it down. And we got some rockets coming in as well. Let's see if we can fire some missiles. Doesn't even matter. Just went ahead and took it out. That was literally the Heron taking it out practically by itself. So that Heron increases our engagement range quite a bit. We got a bunch of credits from AI cores and stuff as well, so that's good. I was kind of hoping for an AI core. Phase Lance is a really nice get, an IR pulse laser. These are high quality weapons. Let's go ahead and learn this mod spec, assuming we haven't learned it. But yeah, Phase Lance, it has 600 range, but that damage is really good, and it's pretty flex efficient. I really like Phase Lances. And IR Pulse Laser is one of my favorite small energy weapons here. It is a bit of a point defense double duty, so it can kind of work as a point defense slash if somebody's getting in the way, we really shoot back at them. So at this point, I don't think we have any more missions that we're holding on to right here. But we do have a low warning beacon. That's how this tends to go. So I think it's time that we went back. Where's a good place for us to go? We could... Yeah, you know what? Let's visit the tri-tachyon people here. We could go all the way to Tia. Well, actually, no. This is something that I haven't gone into very much. The core sectors do have some planets that are not explored. They're not really like the best planets out there, but if we wanted to settle really close, sometimes in some seeds they do work out really well. So I could go here to the Persian League again, which I am debating getting a commission with them, but I don't really want to yet. But I think I'll visit the tri-tachyon just to see what's here. Plus they're a little bit closer. So let's fly back into here, jump into space. You see we're doing 19 supply per day. That's only temporary. Let's turn off our beacon. And we'll get into the repairs eventually, because if we look at our fleet, we got to get back up to combat readiness from taking on 2 fights one after the other. But we should have enough fuel to get back. We got plenty of fuel to get back. It's supplies that are the issue. So one thing I'm going to need to do is to buy some supplies so that I can properly survey. I may need to get some more heavy machinery. It's kind of sad that I had to sell so much of it before, but you can see we're running pretty hard through our supplies here. But hopefully we'll be okay. Usually it's fuel that really screws with you when you run out of fuel. Okay, sensor burst, they want to know who we are. We should be okay. I could fly over here. This one's pretty close too. But this should be fine. So they don't really care at the end of the day. We're back down to 3 supply per day, which means we're fully repaired. I did take one of the perks that gives us combat readiness, so that does mean that we are going to need to deal a little bit more with recovery here. This seems to be the star we want to go into, because I do want to visit some of the tri-tachyon. Ooh, domain error probe 80,000. Where is that located? Because that is a good chunk of change. Where's our new button here? That's kind of on the other side of everything. It takes 612 fuel to get there, so it's going to take 612 fuel to get back, but we have 120 days to do it. I'm going to accept that. We may not do that this time, but if we can get another tanker and we can get enough fuel and supplies to carry that on, that'll be good. We have a Ludic Path cell that's actually coming from, I think we did visit that star, so if we take them on, we'll get that taken care of. Heavy machinery procurement, that's okay. It looks like we have a system bounty for pirates that are attacking Hyberlast, which I believe is where we're going to, so hopefully, I don't really feel like fighting pirates too much right now, so hopefully we don't have to deal with it very much, but if we have to deal with it a little bit. Okay, I didn't mean to go dark. Okay, so we have salvage forces that look like they're trying to fight an assistance fleet. Yeah, they're going in to fight each other. We're turning on the transponder. I didn't mean to. So these ships all kind of don't know what they're doing. We got some pirates around here. Maybe we can get some decent salvage. But I kind of wanted to see the Ichu, Brez, and tri-tachyon over here. And then we have an independent colony as well. And then we actually have, I think, a pirate planet. So that's exciting. Yeah, so interesting, decent start. So they're chasing off pirates here. So we're going to get a few fights here. We could jump in to assist some of the fights if we want to get some more credits, but I've kind of got other business to do at this point. So Comlink, not really too concerned about that. No quest at the bar. Now, I did look it up online, and I did ask some people to make sure. Survey data, because we're in the vanilla game, I can sell this without problem. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am not going to fully stock on supplies here. You know what? I'm not going to sell it here, though. I'm going to sell it on the black market. But I am going to buy a few supplies here to at least get us to the other planet. But we need to get a lot of supplies so that we can do some surveys. While we're here, any good weapons that are available? We do have expanded missile racks, which I don't know if I already know. I thought I already knew that, but... yeah, see, we're doing really good on money. But the main thing I want to do is to just check these places and see what kind of ships are available. Like a Prometheus tanker, that would be amazing for us. And this is how much a fully no demod Heron cost. 198, so almost 200,000. That's where getting them off the black market can be so much better. But let's see. I don't think we have too much in the way of tankers right now. My fuel capacity is pretty good. Like, if we look over at the things that we have, how far away is this again? 614 fuel. So if we look at our fleet, we're pretty close to maxing out the amount of fuel we need. So I like having a little bit of a buffer on the fuel just to make sure we don't screw that up. So I think I'd want one more tanker, which they don't really have for sale here. But I always like seeing kind of what they have available, because sometimes, especially the tri-tachyon, you can get some good stuff. But there's some nebulas, there's a Starliner. These are some things that we've seen potentially for salvage before. I do eventually want to buy a Colossus heavy freighter. The problem with the Colossus is that it's going to decrease our burn down a little bit, because you can only max burn as fast as your slowest ship. So I either will need to get a tug, which eats a lot of fuel, or we can just stick with being content with having an 8-16 burn, 8 for regular, 16 for our sustained burn, because we do have the perk that gives us +1 max burn speed. But we're going to be doing our big supply from the Independents here. So let's go visit this military base. We do have some pirates over here. It doesn't look like they have any ships that we really want, so we're just going to see if we get some salvage. I could get some rep with tri-tachyon by actually fighting these guys, but I think they've got this under control. So this is happy little binary star system. Just kind of want to do the same thing here. So once again, they have a star base, and we are getting a few missions pop up here. We have a concerned woman that wants to give us, oh my gosh, is under Ludic control. Gives us 625 cargo for 26 in credits. No thanks. Tri-tachyon man and land some investment credits. Now this is interesting. If I don't care about my tri-tachyon rep, then we can start getting some Kickstarter money here. But he can pay. He can pay us 220,000. That's honestly not as much as I'd want for some of this. But if I was really wanting to like upgrade, increase my cash flow, that would be one of the ways that I can do it. Also, selling AI cores to tri-tachyon gives the most money. I know I didn't do that last time, but this is our place where if we take a commission with tri-tachyon, we can get some potentially really powerful stuff here. So once again, they have a tanker. They actually have a phantom tanker. Oh, I'm thinking about that one. On the black market, they have another Heron, which I can't afford. But yeah, this is no D-mods for the Phantom for 30,000. And if we look over here, this will increase our fuel capacity by 600. It does make it so that our sensor profile means that we're super visible here. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy the tanker, just so that we can have this extra fuel available for longer runs here. Sometimes you can get a salvage here, but like we have some drams here. Those give 300, which is probably enough. But now 1,800 fuel. We're probably pretty good there. So if we look at our fleet here real quick, just going to do an auto fit on this. Just make sure we don't buy ordnance from the market, because we don't need to do that. If we look at the ship info one more time, and I forgot how to do that on here. Well, anyway, we'll go back to the fleet here and see if we can get the ship info this way. Info. There we go. Like, this has a max burn of 8. So like that mule that we were looking at before that I've wondered, should I have taken, should have I not taken? Probably it's the right move that we didn't take it, because we don't want to go much below 8 burn speed, because the rest of our fleet is kind of trying to go the same way here. But we do have enough supplies and fuel eventually. I'm going to see what I can get from the independent colony down here first, just because I'm going to need some supplies. And you can see I'm already burning through my supplies, and we're actually taking 3.8 per day. That may be because we're trying to get this up to combat readiness. It shouldn't take too much more than what we have. But yeah, I could be getting some extra cash and rep for tri-tachyon by fighting some of the pirates here, but that's not really my goal today. Analyze the minor supply cache. That's from the Independents. Let's take a look and see where this is. I really like exploration missions, if I haven't made that very clear here. Oh boy. This puts us on the path to Elsbeth. So we have 290 something fuel. Ooh man, it's going to take 563 fuel, so that's a little bit closer. But I'm going to take that. We might actually try to do that here. We do have a system bounty as well. and a smuggler over here. Do we have any other bounties that are kind of on the way? I don't really want to fight them too much. I mean, we do have some pretty good combat prowess. Ooh, that's a terrible bounty. I did say the one that was nearly 200,000 would be too rich for us, but a bunch of Moras is really tough because Moras are pretty good carriers. I've heard a lot of people say, well, if you're going to get a Mora, why not get an Astral? That doesn't mean a lot to people who maybe aren't familiar with Starsector yet. But Moras are carriers that they have 3 fighter bays and they are super tanky. Unlike the Astral, which can get kind of like knocked over with a bad wind. Well, then again, the tri-tachyon sort of base ships rely a lot more on their... okay, that's not a pirate fleet that's going to try to kill us, right? Alright, we got something down here. We got 2 somethings down here. Let's go ahead and look here. Dockside bar doesn't have much of anything. We don't need more crew. Do I need to repair my ships? Yeah, 3 supplies. That's fine. Okay. So first off, black market. They do have 500 some fuels. So between these 2 places, we should be able to kit ourselves out for the most part, especially if we sell this. I do want to see what the ships they have available for sale. A Gemini... I mean, Geminis, I don't typically use them. They're kind of a combined arms ship where you see they have 2 medium ballistic mount, 1 medium missile mount, and 1 fighter bay. But the problem with some of the combined arms is that they have the... they can deploy fighters faster, but they only have 1 fighter bay. So it's kind of one of those jack of all trades, master of none situations. You kind of want your ships to be a little more specialized in this game. So there's really nothing to write home about here. I'm glad I got what I got when I got it. Okay, so cargo. We need shit from you. We need to sell these metals. We have 115 machines, which is great. We're above our crew. I may want to buy just a touch more crew just to make sure we don't actually die. I like the Xiphos spear. I just haven't really used it yet. We have another Talon. We have another Broadsword. I'm going to hold on to those. I'm not really in a hurry to sell any of these weapons yet. I know I have a really bad habit of just leaving my inventory full of weapons. Let's buy all your fuel. And can I afford all your supplies? Because that'd be awesome if I could. I can. So that's exciting. And let's buy like... black market crew, 20 more crew. That's fine. All right, so 344 supplies looks like a lot. But we have some cargo capacity, and we're going on a really long haul. So let's get this. That's only 7,000. And let's get... that's too much. Okay, well... we've got 60 supplies. This will have to do. You know what? We'll see how it goes. I could try to sell some heavy machinery, but I kind of want to hold on to it in case I need it for surveying, because we are going to survey Elsbeth on the way. So that's a lot of money that we just spent. We are about to get our allowance again, but we're at 400 supplies. We have a few supplies per day, and it's possible we're able to get some stuff later. So I think what I want to go ahead and do is go by Elsbeth. And we're going to go to Elsbeth, and then we're going to go to... the mission that's up here. Now, once again, we have 112 days to do this one. We have 119 days to do this one. So we've really got to watch the clock. I don't want to lose reputation with the tri-tachyon if I can avoid it. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to go do this, come back, and get to this in time. We don't have to do the return trip, but we kind of have a narrow profile of what we need to do. So let's not waste time anymore. I mean, the clock's not running while we're here, but is this pirate ship going to try to get us? Nope, they're running away. And they should, because we will kick their ass. This is a pirate ship that's also going to... they're trying to... Okay, you know what? It's interesting. The Independents, maybe they're going to come after us or give us a rep hit because we bought so much from the black market, but... Okay, we got actually a transport from metals as well. Get 450 metals for that. That would seem good, but there's some reasons I want to do the explorations that are far out on the edges of the map. Oh, wow. There's 2 more sets of ships that don't want to fuck with us. So there's a fleet on the other side. Hopefully they won't try to kill us. So we're just going to get out of Dodge. We always get a warning for if there's a fleet nearby, but it's not always a warning of are we. Oh, see, here's an interesting thing. Like, it's just ships. We don't know if they're hostile or not. But you see here, the hegemony or homogeny, however I'm going to pronounce it, and tri-tachyon hate each other, so they're fighting out here in interstellar space. That's just shit that happens sometimes. So we're gonna just pass this on. We're gonna take a quick look at we have a wolf frigate and a kite frigate. So we can at least do some salvage here on the way out. That's fine. Any extra supplies and fuel we can get is great by me. I mean, if it's just going to be left out in space, it's no time for like an extra days of supplies. Alright, so we don't know what some of these ship groups are. But if we look up at Elsbeth, it's going to take a little bit of fuel to get there. But once again, I guess one of the things we're going to have to determine is once we get up here, it's going to take 452 fuel, and that's not for round trip. That's literally just to get there. So hopefully I don't screw this up. I got a lot of fuel, but I didn't max up my fuel coffers here. But since it doesn't take fuel to fly around planet, only supplies, I'm hoping we'll be okay. So Elsbeth first. And this is a really nice just path through just all these storm clouds. It may not be very friendly here as we get further on, but still it is a really good idea to fly through here with your transponder off, because people only really care about that when we get closer. So we're 1.9 days away, so we're close. And hopefully the music's playing pretty well now. We do have a beacon on Elsbeth, but if I remember right, it wasn't that big of a deal. So we have a Terran world and a water world, which is just super exciting to me, because ideally I want to have more planets for a colony, but we are looking for potential colonies here. And like some other things we need to think about. I'm not going to fight these remnant things, but like it does have one sensor array that's already here. You technically want to have more hard points for things that you can put in the system, but you need at least one. So this is kind of like the bare minimum. 2 colonizable, potentially colonizable planets. We got to survey and see what the survey says. But this is a strong candidate. And if we fly up here again, you can see that there's some junk. I've talked about this before, but there's some junk that's around Vacuum Came, which means that there are going to be some ruins on here. It's the extent of how many ruins is definitely a question, but this could mean that we will be fine if we need to get more supplies, because we could do the ruins exploration. So we're going to do a survey. This survey will cost us 35 supplies, and the planetary conditions, it's decivilized, so there is a population that's on the planet already, which is a Terran planet, but it is habitable, which means it's 100 on the standard scale. That means that there are no penalties to the amount that stuff costs to build here, which is really the best planet I've ever seen was 75, which means there's a discount. Technically there's probably like a 50 out there somewhere, but usually for my initial colonies I want to have a planet that's 100%, but I've done just fine with like my first colony being on a planet that's 150%. But we do need to spend some heavy machinery. And, well, we do need to have some heavy machinery. So let's go ahead and perform the survey. Survey says common organics is acceptable, moderate ore deposits, bountiful farmland, which is not surprising, and extensive ruins. This is a class 5 planet. Now, I was hoping that there'd be some rare ores here, but there are organics and there is farmland. So there is economy, and this can be a real breadbasket for other people. In fact, people might start fighting us for food, because that's the thing. Extensive ruins means the Ludic Path is going to want to deal with us, and we can't form a colony because we didn't bring enough people, which is fine. Proximity to other colonies, plus 90%. Hostilities with other factions, minus 13, so that's all very exciting. We're not going to deal with that today. We are, however, going to explore the ruins. And we will have 110% effectiveness because we have plenty of crew and plenty of people, and hopefully the decivilized population doesn't attack us here. But see, bonus supplies, bonus fuel, bonus metals. That's a lot of organics, and an AI core, and a Warthog LPC, and a Storm Needler. So we're going to take all that. We actually are over the limit right here, but I'm going to... these organics are only 30 per, and these are only 30 per, so... I'm not too big on this. We may be able to put those in a stable orbit. And this is one of the things where, yes, it would be a lot better if I did, in fact, go ahead and, like, get a better cargo capacity than what I have, but we're here primarily to survey, so any bonus that we can get is good. So that's a class 5 colony. It's a big food bread basket. We do have cargo pods. You know what? Let's just spend some supplies real quick. If I can pick these up on the way back, that would be excellent. Put them into a stable orbit. Oh my god. 20 supplies, and we'll put them in stable orbit for under 50. That's actually a lot more supplies than I was hoping for. So I don't care about the organics that much. If it was something a little more valuable, then that'd be different. That was weird, actually. We did level up as well. So I did talk a little bit about the fact that I wanted to start going to some of my military stuff here, and there are some really good abilities, but it's kind of going to come down to what stuff do I want to kind of deal with. What kind of stuff do I want to have? So basic damage is good. Damage to shields. That's pretty common here. Ballistic and energy projectile speed, pretty important. Level 3 is damage here. We're not doing too much with missiles. Peak operating time is good. Plus 15% combat readiness is pretty powerful as well. But I think I'm just going to do the... let's see here. I meant to think about this before, and I forgot, so sorry. Acceleration, top speed, and then 0 flux boost activated for up to 1% flux. I think I'm just going to go with some basic damage here. Like, if we can just work towards 15% damage. Hard numbers are fine. We got some debris fields here, too. We actually got another ship, possibly, so let's go ahead and check. Oh, we got a lot of good stuff here. Oh, and we got a location for a mining station. So that's nice. All of this is extra fuel. What's this? Orbital habitat. Okay. And we got some more debris over here, so there's going to be more ruins here as well. So this is productive. We have it is water covered, but it's habitable. So this is another 100% planet, and this is moderate rare ore deposits, which is about the minimum that you want. But this is, okay, this is really good. It's another class 5 survey here. It would be a very tech salvage, ruins heavy sort of set of colonies, so the Ludic path will hate us, and we'll get a lot of annoying sleeper cells to come from them, especially if we are mining and trying to process moderate rare ores. But these two can work pretty well in tandem, because the other planet can be the farm place, and this can be a mining place, and then we can produce on the other planet. So this is a good combo. Let's see what the ruins have in them. Salvage operations. So we're not getting a bunch of stuff from the ruins. Oh, we're getting a bunch of organics. Oh. Ooh, a missile package. Okay. We're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to take all these, but we're going to dump this into space. So we've got some more fuel. And we're not going to establish a colony. I actually have enough people to establish a colony? I shouldn't. Alright, so we've got more supplies here. We've got an unknown dormant fleet. We're going to check out this orbital habitat. We've got another dormant fleet that's trying to maintain contact with us, but this is a nice hefty bonus. An abandoned orbital habitat. So clearly, people were here doing something before. That's great fuel. We got drugs. We got domestic goods. Oh my god, we got a blueprint package that I think I already know. So homogeneity auxiliary blueprint package. So we can sell this. The problem with selling this on the black market is that we'll end up seeing it later in the game if it comes down to it. What did I grab too much of here? Probably metals. I mean, domestic goods sell for more. We need our supplies, so let's start ditching the metal here. Yeah, that'll be fine, because we're going to be eating some of these supplies pretty soon. So we've got a lot of survey data, 2 class 5s, and we're going to be able to sell one of these as well. I'm going to go ahead and get the missile blueprint, because once again, once we start producing our own stuff, we will want to deal with that appropriately. So we have our first repeat on blueprints. It's always exciting to see blueprints, and one of the reasons I like doing recovery shuttles reduces casualties suffered by fighter pilots by 50%. I don't think I can add that to my my Heron right now, but that's a really good thing for the Heron. if I can do it. Okay, where is it? Expanded magazines. Oh my gosh. Expanded cargo holds. Oh gosh. Here's the problem, is that I forgot what it's called. Recovery shuttles. 15. But we can do that here. This guy's not been getting attacked quite as much. Well, the integrated targeting unit's pretty good here, but we do want recovery shuttles, because this will decrease crew loss, and we can do that while we're flying here. Because these guys cost crew, and we don't want to like lose everybody here. So where's our next mission here? We have 97 days to do this, 105 to do this, and Pennant have posted reward for running a custom sensor package on a minor supply cache on an asteroid belt in the Asmodee star system. So we're gonna have to check the asteroid belt. This could get dicey, but 298 fuel. We're good on fuel. We're good on supplies. So we're going to get to fly out a little further, which is kind of exciting. And while we're here, I'm not going to fight you. I want to fight you, but I have better things to do. Looks like we have... Okay, that's the sensor array. We could salvage the sensor array. We actually have another ship. Okay. Salvage operations. Anything we can do for more supply is great. Anything we can do for more fuel is great. I am going to hold off on the other stuff, though. So this ship, we're not going to mess with it right now. Okay, jump to hyperspace. Oh, we actually had another group flying salvage in here as well. So we're flying to the edge of the map. How exciting. And we found a system that's just really, really good. Now, why do we have 8.1? Is there something I'm missing here? Okay, oh, it's because we need to... our Heron, maybe I should have waited to do that until a little bit later, but we've got to actually get our Heron repaired because we're adjusting this on the fly. Well, it may be worth it. So we have a pretty solid excess of supplies right now. I don't know if I'm going to have too much in the way of things to... What's the word for it? Okay, I didn't want to get hit by that, but we got hit by that anyway. I'm going to thread the needle here, maybe. Because we don't want to take too much solar storm damage if we can avoid it. And we don't want to get ping-ponged through a giant-ass nebula. Because that will ruin your day. Okay, looks like we're gonna get ping-ponged a little bit, so. But this lets us fly through a little bit faster, technically. We just don't want to get hit and go in like 30 different directions. But if we look over here again, the Heron's doing better. Ooh, did not mean to run the dram over here. But we're getting close. 122 fuel away. We got plenty of fuel supplies. We got plenty of supplies. I don't know if this is the best way to go around it. This is always procedurally generated, so looks like our best bet is to go here. Once again, if you need to stop on a dime, starting and stopping sustained burn is the best way to do it. Or if there is a better way, I haven't found it. So we can kind of thread the needle here. Whoops. And we've got another star system here. Like, I don't really want to colonize stuff that's all the way out here just because it gets to be a problem with cost for going so far, flying back and forth, defending everything. But we are in December, so we technically have some good stuff here. We have a lot of planets, and I don't know who else is going to be here, but I'm going to fly in at the, not at the fringe jump point, but the outer system jump point, just because that may put us near the asteroid belt. Okay, and there's a distress call from this system, so it's probably a trap. Let's see if we have to fight any pirates here. We have a mining station first off. Okay, so there's a bunch of shit here. We have an inactive gate, a Terran world, a toxic world, a nav buoy, a volcanic world, and unfortunately we have a giant ass asteroid belt that we've got to go through. Oh my god, we've got like 3 asteroid belts to go through. Okay, technically these are rings, so we may be okay there. But I think I will actually try to sneak in a survey for the world here. Let's look at our description one more time. A supply cache located in an asteroid belt in the Asmodee star system. So we've got a few candidates here. I'm going to start with the one that's over around here, and we'll see if we can get the Terran world here. But while we're here, let's see if we can do this mining station as well. Okay, so we've got a lot of planets available. As my cat's trying to say hello to me. We have a tanker that's available and a starliner which is available. Consider ship recovery. I don't think I want to recover any ships right now. I do think I want some fuel and some supplies. Okay, maybe not that many. Ooh. And we got a pirate blueprint package, which includes a Colossus, which is a bigger modified freighter. So not maybe like the most exciting, but we accept those because we can sell those to pirates anyway, and it shouldn't be too big of a deal. We're just going to take the supplies, take the fuel, take this because this is just really valuable. Volatiles, can probably hold on to those for now. And dual light machine gun, we've got enough of those. So that's a good start. Let's go over here and be ready to run. Because we don't know if the distress beacon, it's probably a pirate trap. But maybe it is somebody that's actually... Oh, we got more ruins here. We can tell from the Terran world. I probably am going to need to do some sensor bursts. Just to see if we can find... that's a lot of things orbiting this gas giant. That's actually pretty convenient for defense purposes. Yeah, so this is 100%. It's decivilized, so we have people here that are just living here. It'll take 15 supplies, so we're really good on supplies. Rich farmland. This is looking awfully familiar. Another class 5. So we gain some more experience. We cannot establish a colony, but we can explore these ruins. We're not going to recover a dram system, or dram, but we are going to get some more supplies, some more fuel. Hopefully, oh my gosh, 2 plasma cannons. Yes, please. And a dagger. I don't care about the mining very much. But yeah, we'll take the supplies and the heavy machinery. That doesn't put us overweight, barely. These might. I don't know if those actually don't count for a weight. Neither do the LPCs, but a dagger's good. I don't really care about the mining mods. I just said that. So, 3 Terran planets, all really nice. But now we've got to deal with... Where the fuck is our... Okay, we've got some stuff over here. Let's see what's over here first. Because we've got a few asteroid belts we've got to deal with. Is this our mission? It's not. It's a derelict mud skipper. So it's probably just free supplies. God, not even worth it. That's worth it. That's a lot of weapons. So we'll get rid of some metals to make up the weight for that. And 1 supply, 1 fuel. Yeah, sure, I guess. You found me now. What? That's interesting. Okay, we just ran into that. Alright, so we got another asteroid belt, and that is over here. There's another debris field. And we got another unidentified entity. Is that a ship that... Oh, wow. I did not mean to cancel my sustained burn. Okay, so... That's really nice. Bye-bye. Hello! And then fuel does not add weight, because that would make sense. So lots of weapons here. We got something flying around this planet. It is another derelict ship. We're not going to take it. It's a lot of fuel. I mean, it makes sense because it's a fuel tanker that's derelict. But let's do another sensor burst over here. We got 1, 2, and 3. We don't want to get too far in the corona because that will make us go ouchie. We got some tiny monthly income. Alright, orbital habitat. I missed it. Alright. We got 3 recoverable ships, but none of them are very exciting. Okay, and we got another missile blueprint package, so we're gonna keep that to sell. We don't have a lot of weight for really anything right now. These domestic goods are okay. The drugs are better. This is good. This is good. I love just, what's our lesson for the day? The drugs are better. I really don't need the supplies, which is feels a little silly, but we don't. Let's get rid of the domestic goods then. And just remember the money that we could have made along the way. But that's fine. We know where this is in case we need to do another supply run. So within one of the asteroid belts here is what we're looking for. Hopefully it's not on one of the outer asteroid belts. Another sensor burst. We got something over here. And remember, there's a derelict ship in here as well. That might be it. There we go. So, supply cache. Alright, we're on the sensor package, and we got 70,000, which is excellent. Gonna explore. Not bad for another day at the library. Luxury goods for 100. Do we have room for them? Not really. I mean, I could get rid of some garbage here, but it's not really worth it versus the 18 supplies, which we'll just eat into for the sake of inefficiency. So let's just continue. We didn't find who had our sad little distress beacon. We do have some more debris over here. Sometimes you can find like big starships and stuff, but I'm happy enough with this. So we got some garbage to sell. We got an AI to sell. And if we're looking over here, we got 73 days to do this. How much fuel is it going to take to get over there? Because I might have enough fuel to do this now. Oh no, 937 fuel. We are the problem with the 937 fuel is that we're going to have to find a way to get back. So it's not going to take us too long to get back to the core worlds because we're having to fly over here. I think this is where we're going to want to stop off. Maybe we can stop off over here and then just fly back real fast. I think that seems like a plan. So this could come down to how fast do we actually find things. But once again, we didn't find the ship with the distress beacon. Maybe they'll find us on the way out. Or it could be a really old distress beacon. Sometimes that's how that works. But yeah, if I had like all the fuel in the world, maybe I could do a direct flight, but 1,800 something's a really good amount to have here. But you see, we have a lot of money. We have a lot of shit to sell. But it's going to take 600 fuel just to get back. We got another set of ships over here. They might be coming for us. That's intercepting my fleet. So, fortunately, we're faster than them. And we're going to lose them in the nebula here in a second because nebula decreases sensor profile. Maybe I do take a few speed boosts through the nebula just to try and get there a little bit faster. We obviously are great on supplies. But yeah, this is once again the point of the game where we are still minnows. So there's only so many things, there's only so many fights we can take. There's only so much we can do. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get some speed boost here. We can afford the repairs. But it's kind of like billiards in a way. It will fire us, but it will fire us exactly at the trajectory that we're going at. So see, we're getting a little bit more repairs right now. There's another speed boost, so now we're up to 5.8. You can see all of our ships, some of our ships are just taking damage. Like right now, our 2 drams are not very happy at all. It's just kind of random here. And look, we got some more missions. So we're near some kind of comm relay that's giving us information. Bounties, 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 new intel times 2. Those are probably convoys. But yeah, I think we can make this work. It's going to be a little close. But this video may end up running a little long, but I do want to see if we can actually make it back up in time and find the place. I'm not going to do my usual browse through all the stores that maybe I've done in the past. Are we at the... We're not at the core sector yet. Okay, so we've got to work our way through here. I'm just literally going to drop and fly off. But yeah, this is one of my favorite times in the game here, because eventually you do get a big enough fleet that if you can get some really big ships and snowball out of control, you can get really ahead of the game here. But some of the early exploration, early missions, early loot pinatas can really make your day. But how much time do we get up here? 57 days. I think we have it. I'm just going to go in oversupplied again, because we did stop to do some surveying as well, which is important because that's money in the bank. Because we are playing on... Oh shit, we don't want these guys to fight us. Okay. Just scavengers. They're friendly though. Hi. Hi y'all. How's the salvage trade going? Alright, we are going to boost our way through here again, because we're still just constantly repairing our ships. But this is where before I said one of the things is sometimes you just really need to get to a place faster. That's where these solar storms can be your buddy. But the very first thing I want to do at that next system is find the ship. But here's the system we're looking for. Which entry point do we want to do? Independence pretty close here. That's probably the best entryway. Yeah, it's definitely the best entryway. Alright, so sustain burn. We're eating 12 supplies per day, but that's fine. We can repair our ships over here. And we're right next to the independent place I wanted to park at, so even better. Hopefully this independent place doesn't hate us, because we're about to sell some good shit to them. Alright, so we have survey an ice giant. Where's this ice giant? It's kind of on the other side. It's far enough away that I think I'll still take it. Like, these survey missions are just a great way to explore and look for shit at the same time. So we can make that happen. Now we have some shit to sell for sure. We're going to sell the planetary data here for 90,000. And we're going to buy some more supplies for sure. I think probably 200 supplies is fine. I'm going to buy your fuel. I'm going to sell weapons, sell the drugs, sell the goods, sell this, sell this. I'm going to hold on to the AI core for now. The blueprint packages, since I actually know all these, I am going to sell them directly to the independents. It does give me a little bit of a tariff, which is kind of an issue, but that's not a big deal. I am going to buy some fuel from them too, just to make it look like we're trying to be good business here. But yeah, this is 16,000, 16,000, and 12,000. So not as much as maybe estimated, but it's still something. So we lose some money on tariffs, but hopefully we do some goodwill bargain shopping here. So we got 300 supplies. We got a pretty big thing of fuel. There is a Colossus that we could buy. There's a Falcon that we could buy. I mean, there's a big debate I've seen before about Falcon versus Eagle. But a Falcon is good enough to actually have a sort of frontline cruiser right here. They have a brief boost of mobility, front shield, 2 medium, 2 small missile, 2 medium ballistics, and 4 small energy. Yeah, I think I will buy that. It's kind of on my to-do list to kind of upgrade my fleet, because if I am going to be building a colony, I do need to be saving money. But one of the things I need to do is to get my ships sorted together. So if we go ahead, let's go ahead and go back here, repair our ship so we don't have to worry about that later. Alright, so refit screen. If we go all the way down here, and I am going to make this my personal vessel right here. Let's see what the autofit does first, and see if we want to correct this. We have an ion pulse laser on this side and a pulse laser on this side. We do have a lot of vents, which is good. Burst laser, phase lance. So what we're using right now is an ion pulse laser. So this is getting us really, really close in here. I think I'd rather kind of have the phase lance just so if we are firing at 600 here, we have a light needler and a light dual autocannon. That's range 700 and range 600. Those are okay. One thing that I'm going to need to do here, heavy armor is okay, and having all these vents and capacitors is fine. Single SRM and Annihilator rocket launcher is not my favorite. Let's get rid of the armor for a second here. Okay, let's just buy one of those. Let's buy another one of those. Alright, so mods I really want here. We want a targeting core, or we want a integrated targeting unit. That increased the range of ballistic and energy weapons versus the targeting core. We kind of like the integrated targeting unit a little bit better. I do have a lot of vents, which is good. Flux distributor increases ship's flux dissipation pretty well. Hardened subsystems is pretty good if I'm trying to not get a performance drop here. Advanced berthing, advanced optics is also really nice. Extends the range of beam weapons, but reduces their turn rate by 30%. Cumulative with integrated targeting unit. So we're going to make this one a little bit of a blasty thing here. So we're going to do advanced optics as well. I do like having capacitors and vents. We have a really good flux ratio here. So I can probably... I don't really want to put heavy armor just because it decreases my maneuverability. Omni shield is kind of cute. Stabilized shields, we'll see how this goes. I mean, I'm not intending on getting in any fights right now, but increasing my flexibility is pretty nice. Extending my shields by 60 degrees is pretty nice. Ballistic and energy weapons, that's just pretty good in general. So let's get rid of the vents just a little bit. I could actually put extended cargo holds on some of my other ships. It does increase their maintenance, which is a little bit of a problem. I could put a converted hangar if I want to put a blast on there. Increases hull integrity by 20, but ships take fewer crew damage here. Like, our ratio here is still good. I'm going to put blast doors on here too. Just because it's safety. And we like safety. And we're going to go to the fleet screen. Oh god, we need to adjust the weapon group, so we need to buy some more crew here. But we're going to put you up here. So this is now my my main ship. Hooray me! I don't have a lot of skills yet that maybe other people have. How short am I on crew? Not too big. So yeah, but we do need some more crew. So let's go ahead and we'll buy regular crew. Let's get like to just 100 more crew. A little more tariffs, but it's fine. Like plasma cannons, those are large. We'll need those later. And I do want to get kind of a bigger cruiser available, but this is a solid fleet. One Heron, the Light Speed Plus. We have all these things here. I'm happy always to, as always, to kind of take advice on how to build these things a little bit differently. We'll see how the light autocannon and the needler do. I'd kind of prefer to have sort of the same thing here. Like 2 thumpers is fun, but we've got to pick and choose. And I'm kind of going for the phase lance. Do you have a second phase lance? I don't think I do. Ion pulsar is cute, but it's really closer range than I'd like. Okay, so weapon groups real quick. I'm gonna keep. I like having lasers at 3. We only have one IR pulse laser available. I guess we, yeah, we need some rear point defense. So maybe we get rid of the blast doors. And we're just going to buy some of these. Because last thing I want to do is get missiled from behind. We're just going to be optimistic that maybe we don't get hit. But our shield takes under 40 flux. Our capacity's good. These pulse lasers should be firing automatically, so now we have some coverage. We'll see how this does. I think it's going to be pretty strong, but kind of like anything else, we just kind of got to see how it goes. So I am at 55 now. I was wanting to do another video, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a double recording session here and split this into the next one. And what we're going to do is see if we can get to here in 50 days. We have 35 days at base burn level, so it should be able to get there a little bit faster. But this is Asher with Starsector. It's nice when you get a surprise ship on the market, but the independents are not going to be happy with us, but that's okay. Could consider getting a drover as well. I do want to get a heavy freighter eventually, because that will increase our cargo capacity by a lot, and that will increase our profit margin. But hey, that's it for now. This is Starsector. Like the video if you like it. It's a good game, and we're going to be continuing to build up, and hopefully I'll talk a little bit about what we want to do for a colony next time, but I'm going to cut this here. I'm terrible at signups if you watch any other videos that I did. So I'll be starting another recording session right after this, but definitely leave comments if you have advice or thoughts. I do read them. And we'll do this again in just a moment. Take care.